Thank you. I'm Rasto Asienga Malimcheche. Today we're going to look at stigma. Stigma, yeah. Stigma. We have seen that when you are stigmatized, you sometimes you don't accept yourself. So most people who are living in poverty or who are in necessity, people who are in necessity, there's some things they need, but they have not gotten them or they have not achieved. And people who are passing through a lot of trouble, problems, and people who are most at risk. People who are most at risk face various forms of stigma and discrimination. They face various forms of stigma and discrimination. This includes rejection by family and friends. Families may reject you, friends may reject you, physical abuse and gender-based violence, poor treatment by services providers. Because you don't have some places you go, they need maybe some money so that they may give you some services and you don't have. Even sometimes when you go to hospital, you need to be treated and you don't have money. Then you are chased away. Yeah. Or you need your relative or your friend need to have an operation or an emergency. Then you are told to pay money first and you don't have it or you don't have an insurance. Yeah, those are forms of stigmatization. Yeah, poor treatment by service providers and the loss of employment. You may lose your employment which you depend on so much. You lose your house, you lose your education opportunities. Those are things that can make you be stigmatized. Make you be stigmatized. So stigma is also a significant barrier to learning or having knowledge of oneself or having knowledge or accepting knowledge. Yeah, it barriers people from accepting knowledge, accepting to be cancelled. Yeah, and accepting to understand. Yeah, so stigma can cause people to be like that. And we know that most people who are passing a lot of suffering, or sometimes they have some infectious diseases, maybe like HIV and AIDS, sexual transmitted diseases, or other chronic diseases that are affecting them. Yeah, and there's no help. There's no people can help them. They cannot be able to access treatment. They cannot get care. Yeah, they cannot. They are not prepared for their future. They are not prepared for their future. Yeah, including how they have planned for their care of their children, care of their future. Yeah, these things brings discouragement. Yeah, you get somebody's discouraged. That's what you get when people get discouraged, just doing things which are not normal or they don't do things according the way they like because what they have been discouraged, they are stigmatized. Yeah, and sometimes also when people they don't receive information, you see when there's an outbreak or there's some diseases or some outbreak, uh, uh, people, the government or the media, they give information to people so that they may not get this stigmatized, or sometimes people are warned in advance so that they don't get stigmatized. So information is very vital, yeah, to people to help them not to be stigmatized, eh? And also not to increase those forms of discrimination that increases vulnerability to people, to our population, and probably engaging people in high risk behaviors. Yeah, in high risk behaviors. People, when they are stigmatized, they start doing or start acting in an informal way or start having a certain pattern of behavior that affects the community. For example, if you are HIV affected and you find you are HIV affected and you're stigmatized, maybe it was your first time, you may start revenging by doing what? Going to have sex with other people so that you may infect them. Or you may discriminate yourself from other population. Like some people, they go as far as committing suicide because of what they're stigmatized, and sometimes people may discriminate you. They may separate completely from you because of what you are passing through or the problem you have. Yeah, and this one causes people to do certain behavior or change behavior which brings consequences to the community. Yeah. So the key driver of stigma can either positively or negatively influence the individual. Influence the individual. For example, some institutional or cultural facilitators can also inflect the behavior of an individual and make that person be stigmatized. Yeah. And also discrimination can also still stigmatize you. Yeah. So it's good for you sometimes to accept the problem you have. That's why we have knowledges, we have teaching, we have counseling. Yeah. We have what we call awareness. We have what we call awareness and sensitization. Why are you sensitized? And people do awareness for you by giving you that knowledge to be able for you to overcome that form of stigma, and for you to accept yourself and live normally as other people, and you're not doing what's good, working the right behavior like other people. That's why we have that. So as a community, let us hold hands for those people who are passing through problem, trouble, people who are rejected by families, people who are physical abused, spiritual abused, and people who pass through gender-based violence, people who receive poor treatment by service providers, they're rejected in the hospitals, they're rejected in places, they need services. Somebody needs to get an ID urgently, and then people who provide services, they start providing a lot of processes that makes that person to be stigmatized, or you need something services urgently and then you are denied, it makes you to be stigmatized. So as a community we need to stand and do awareness, do sensitization to both service providers, to both individual, that when something happens in life of an individual, that he may not stigmatize himself. He may not reject himself. He may not feel so bad that he may start doing things that are not good. But somebody to have sober mind, to have good understanding and knowledge, and be able to press on, to press on and go on. If you are suffering from certain diseases or sicknesses, you don't need to be stigmatized. Yeah, you need to know that even other people are passing through the trouble, passing through the same problem. So we need to be encouraged and stand and continue to life. And God will help us together. Thank you for listening to me. I'm Rasto Asienga. Thank you so much.